everyone, Mimikins here. Today I'm going to share with you my AT Kulve Taroth builds. They actually work well for the original as well and don't contain any event gear other than Kulve Taroth's regular armour. A lot of people are underestimating Kulve and the amount of people getting one shot in random groups is high. She hits a lot harder than the regular version, but with my build you won't be a one shot. My favourite weapon is the LBG for her. I use elemental ammo since it has good range, allowing me to easily move away from attacks as well as stay out of range of nasty attacks. There's a few differences between the fights. There's a new music variation. Cannons do more damage, they do 450 instead of 360 and that's without any enhancing skills. Kulve does 2 breath attacks instead of 1. Sometimes she can spam more, so make sure you move away if she faces you. In stage 4, if you break enough parts, she will enter a fury mode and becomes much faster. You want to break her horns during this mode in order to gain extra incandescent weapon boxes. She has a few new moves. One, she slams the ground. As an LBG user, you're probably going to be out of range of this. Second is a sweeping beam, which you will need to dodge. She didn't do this often and not at all on the runs I recorded. She also sometimes twists her head round while spraying her fire. I have 2 builds for Kulve, and I think it's important to have both to be completely efficient, as Kulve changes elemental weakness when her armour falls off. During stages 1 to 3, you want to break as many parts as possible. This not only makes the mission take less time, but maximises rewards earned at the end. Just DPSing without caring to target parts makes the run very inefficient, and instead of getting 6 boxes or more, you're lucky if you get 2. I joined the mission halfway through and completed it with no breaks other than the horn, and never even got one of the new boxes. So for stages 1 to 3 when Kulve has her gold armour on, I recommend using this light bowgun set. Use 3 recoil gun mods so that you have good mobility for evading Kulve's attacks and keeping at range. This set has fire resist and extra health to ensure you're not a one shot. Make sure you buff yourself as everything helps, always keep HP maxed out. Use thunder ammo, which is Kulve's weakness while she has gold on, to target each part to break. Her tail can only be broken when she releases and her gold armour has gone. Interestingly, you don't have to use slicing ammo to break her tail. Every damage works. I often break it using freeze ammo, which brings me to part 2 of my build. As soon as Kulve has dropped her golden armour, use a Farcaster to go back to camp to switch to an elemental ice build, which is her new weakness. This does so much more damage than remaining in just the sticks weapon, so it's worth changing, as well as picking up more supplies. Once I'm back, I target the tail first to get the break, then I try to aim for the horn as much as possible. This set has fire resist without food buffs. I've set up good damage while having survival skills. I personally don't get hit too often, and when I do, I usually recover quickly, either using a max potion or an ancient potion if I feel vulnerable, otherwise I use a few mega potions. You can adapt this build by changing the charm or jewels around if you want extra heals from mushroom mancers, mandragoras, or even speed eating. It depends how you feel. Although I've had my fair share of failed runs with randoms, I've also had great runs with no one fainting. Every good run, each member opted for having extra HP and fire resist. As much as people like to think they can dodge everything, being a one shot is not fun for most. And even the best of players can have a lapse of judgment and get hit. These builds won't make you invincible, but they give you a good chance of surviving. I haven't really died much using the LBG, but there's always those rare moments where a slight error in judgment can cause a faint. But at least I survived the beam attack that was one-shotting other players. I'm going to make a video on all the new Kulve weapons, so if you're interested, keep a lookout for it. Please support the channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.